Today I'm not cooking any dishes but preparing kerisik or toasted coconut paste for my upcoming chicken rendang recipe. It is the most important ingredients for any rendang dish. This recipe is for 2 portions of rendang curry of 4 servings. The only ingredient needed is 380 grams of grated coconut. Freshly grated coconut is the best option for fragrance and flavors. However, frozen works if fresh coconut is not available. Remove any pieces of coconut shells or fibrous strand from the husk. Since this was frozen, I will rake lumps to loosen it. This ensures an even cooking when we dry roast it later. Once done, we dry roast it. It is recommended to use the stainless steel for this. Non-stick pans are not advisable for dry roasting as the constant high heat damages the coating. Switch on the heat to medium. Once the pan is slightly warm, put in all the grated coconut. Use a wooden spatula to stir continuously until dry and golden brown. This will take around 20 to 25 minutes. Avoid leaving the coconut in the pan without stirring, as the bottom layer can burn while the top is still raw. If the coconut gets stuck, gently scrape it off with the spatula. This will avoid burning at the bottom of the pan. After 10 minutes, the coconut has started to dry up a little and loosen. However, it is still white. Continue stirring and dry roasting. Notice that some of the stuck coconut at the bottom have turned brown. Scrape it off gently, as leaving it like this will burn it, affecting the flavor. Continue stirring to evenly distribute the heat all around the coconut while scraping the bottom of the pan. In case there are stubborn stains after frying the coconut, here is how I clean it. Once we remove the coconut, pour hot boiling water into the pan and continue boiling for 5 minutes. Then, let it cool down and soak overnight. It can then be washed as normal. A green scrubbing pad or a steel scoring ball can be used after soaking. It is not recommended to do this with a non-stick pan. After 20 minutes, the coconut is cooking slowly and super fragrant. The color is light brown now with plenty of white strands. This stage is very crucial as the coconut will turn golden brown very quickly. Keep an eye and continue to stir. After about 22 minutes, the coconut has changed color to slightly darker brown. It's also very dry. Continue to stir for another minute. After 23 minutes, the coconut is mostly evenly brown. Switch off the heat. Continue stirring the coconut as it has absorbed enough residual heat to continue cooking. Notice that there are still white streaks in the coconut. We will continue stirring until they are all evenly brown. After 1.5 minutes of continuously stirring, the coconut has a very even and consistent color. It has also cooled slightly. Remove from the pan and into a heat-proof bowl. Next, transfer half of it into the mortar and pound it with the pestle until it becomes fine. I put half in first, as my mortar is quite small. I have found that pounding like this releases the coconut oil and essence, making the kerisik so much more flavorful than using a blender or food processor. See, now the coconut has become a grainy texture, almost powder-like. Add in 2 more scoops of the coconut and continue pounding it until the texture is consistent. The powdered coconut texture is consistent now. Add the remaining coconut into the mortar and repeat. Alright, after about 5 minutes of pounding, the coconut has turned into a very fine, dry powder texture. It is also very light. Keep on pounding to extract the oil from the coconut. After pounding for about 10 minutes, the coconut oil has started to be released. The dry powdery coconut texture has started to clump up, making the texture thick and slightly heavy. Make sure to scrape the side of the mortar often to pound them evenly. See, the coconut texture is turning slightly wet as well. This is good as the oil are getting released and mixing with the powdered toasted coconut. Continue pounding. After about 13 minutes of pounding, the coconut has turned into grainy paste. Scrape the side. It is clumping nicely and is quite thick. We can also see the oil from its chine. After about 15 minutes of pounding, the coconut paste is getting thicker and cohesive. It is also shiny and super fragrant. Rest your arm when you feel tired. Although it is a lot of effort, the richness and flavor of this paste is worth it. After 18 minutes of pounding, the coconut paste is quite thick now. There is a resistance when I lift the pestle as well. It is very shiny and viscous and fall down from the spatula like thick dough. It is ready now. Remove from the mortar and place it in the saucer to be used. Alternatively, it can be stored in a clean airtight jar at room temperature for 3 to 4 weeks or in the fridge for 2 to 3 months. It can also be frozen for about a year and thawed overnight in the fridge a day before using. I can't wait to make my chicken rendang with this kerisik or toasted coconut paste. Thank you for watching. Please like and share if you have enjoyed the video. This is Home Cooking with Somjit. Thank you and bye-bye!